Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike with Fowler Family Farm. And today's video is one that I've been waiting to shoot for a long time. I ordered a MrCool heat pump probably about a month ago really, and it's supposed to be on its way today. It's supposed to arrive today. It's supposed to be here within the next hour is what it's showing, so hopefully it will be. But I have not started any of this yet, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to, hopefully this is all going to be in one video as well. I don't want to break this up into too many videos. I lose track of how I'm doing stuff, so I prefer just doing one longer video, so it'll probably be about a 25-minute video. I am going to get started today right now. I'm going to go ahead and start with the electrical. I'm going to put the quick disconnect about right over here. My air unit will be over here. I'm going to show all this to you before I actually get started as well, but I've never done this before. It's a DIY version of the MrCool AC unit. We've been waiting on this for a long time. This is our third summer with just window units, and they just can't keep up. We got small window units, that's probably why, but this is a 27K MrCool unit. It's going to come with two air handlers, a 12K and a 9K, and then I'm going to add a 9K down the road for another area of the house. Okay, I'm going to secure all this line up a little bit better and then just put a cover over this. That's how it's going into the house. Okay, those guys are leaving and they just dropped it off. Oh, that is going to be so nice. Cannot wait. Let's get to work. Okay, it's the next day and I haven't done anything else other than what you've seen other than just unboxing the equipment. So I've unboxed the outdoor unit. The two air handlers are inside and they're unboxed. So what I'm about to do now is drill the holes for all four corners where my expansion bolts, my anchor bolts are going to go into the concrete so that this can be secured to the concrete. Alright, let's do that. I'm using a 3/8 inch drill bit and I'm going to drill in 2 inches because all they had, I went to Lowe's and all they had right now was a 3 3/4. I wanted the smaller ones, the shorter ones, but they didn't have them. So I want to make these work. It says the minimum depth is 1.5 inches. I want to go 2 inches. So I should be fine. It should stick out a little bit, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, so y'all can't see this, but here's one of my marks. I've marked it with tape and I'm just going to drill to that tape. Now I just put the nut on it and I'm going to hit that into the concrete until it sets about 1/4 inch shy of the hole, the bottom of the hole. Okay, now I'm just going to repeat 3 more times and we'll put the air conditioner on top of it. Okay, now I'm putting on these rubber feet. I'm just going to slide them over the bolts. And they should just be there, you know, when I put the air conditioner down on top of them. It's supposed to help with vibration, but nowhere in there, in the instructions, did I see where you're supposed to install these. It talks about them, but it doesn't say you're supposed to install them at any point. It's kind of weird. I guess it's just common sense. Man, it's pretty heavy. Okay, so now.
Sorry.
Okay, so now all I got to do is put the washer and the nut on all 4 bolts. And that should be pretty secure. I want to make sure those rubber feet are kind of lined up where they're supposed to be as well. Okay, so I've got that bolted in. I don't even know if I'm supposed to use those rubber feet. That may be for the wall mount stuff. I can always take it off if I don't need it. It's pretty secure, it doesn't move, but if I figure out that it's not good to have those under there, I'll just remove them. Now I'm going to finish up the electric and put the disconnect box out here. I don't like to show my electric because I'm not a professional, but what I used was 35 amp breakers for this size of unit. I use a 60 amps non-fusible quick disconnect, and then my wire is a number 8 wire going to the quick disconnect, and then from the quick disconnect to the unit is a 1/2 inch number 10 wire that's a whip. So that's my wiring system. I'll just go ahead and do that off camera because, like I've said in some of my other previous videos, I don't want you guys to follow me when it comes to electric because I'm not a professional. So I'd rather you get professional help or just know what you're doing. I'll come back to you after that's finished. Okay, so now what I'm working on is this template. I've got it up there, it's level. I got to mark where I want to put all the screws and drill the hole saw for the unit to the line set to go through the wall. And it is offset, but that's really the best I can do with studs and the outside sheet metal too. I'll show you why. So that hole right there, that circle, that's where the line set's going to be going through the wall, and I want it to go through all the way through the house and end up even on my sheet metal on the outside. I'll show you that right now. Okay, so that line set will come through right here in between those 2 ridges. I don't want the line set to come out on that ridge, so that's another reason why it's out offset like that as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I got a little bitty drill bit. I want to drill the holes where I want my screws to go into the wall. And also, y'all can probably see this. I just textured this last night because I want to make sure my texture is on before I install this so I don't have to get it all around my AC unit. And I did the same thing in the bedroom where the other unit's going to go. I actually had to do some taping in there as well, so you'll see that here in a little bit. So now I'm just going to put my drill holes where I needed them. Okay, so the bracket is installed. Now I'm going to drill the hole for the line set to go through. Okay, so 3.5 inch hole saw. This will get me through the sheetrock, and then I'm going to have to put an extension on to get me through the sheet metal on the outside. Okay, so here's my extension. They didn't have one that was really the right length, so this is a 10 inch. So it'll work. I wanted one that was a little bit smaller, but what I did is I stuck the sleeve through the hole and angled it, tilted it downward just a little bit, which left a mark when I pressed against it, left a mark on my foam that I have inside there. That way I know exactly where to drill my hole, because you want this to go slightly downward, at a slight angle downward, so that the condensate, the water, drains properly. Okay, so I started the hole from the inside, but that extension's so long, it's kind of wobbly, and I don't want to screw this up. So I took it back off, and I just put it on my drill. That way I can make sure this cut is accurate and not too wobbly and out of control. And if you guys follow our channel, you can probably hear our puppies barking in the background. It's Boston Terrier puppies. Tanya's over here petting them, so they're excited. Forgot my safety glasses. Okay, safety glasses on. Ready to go. I don't mind cutting sheetrock without safety glasses, but not this sheet metal. Okay, the instructions say to wrap the condensate drain line, the actual pipe itself and the communication line into a bundle with this vinyl tape. So that's what I'm doing now. It also says to make sure the drain line is on the bottom, which this is the bottom, this is the top. So the condensate line needs to be on top here, but when I flip it up and hang it, it's going to be on the bottom. Okay, so I've got the air handler in my hand. I'm up on the ladder, step stool, and so is Tanya. Tanya's going to feed the communication line, the drain line, and the pipes through the hole. And then I'm going to raise the air handler up and stick it on the bracket, and it should just clip in place. It's on. Okay, I got to move it along on this project and I forgot to start videoing, so I'm going to catch you guys up real quick. This is where the line came out, right above the living room door. I've already connected the 16-foot piece and ran it all the way down. Now I'm getting ready to connect another 16-foot piece. When I ordered this, they didn't have the 25-foot pieces, so I had to get two 16-foot. So I'm going to have a lot of extra. Instead of just like 3 or 4 feet extra with the 25-footer, I'm going to have quite a bit. So we'll do that right now. I've also got, the one in the bedroom already hooked up, and I'll show you that real quick too. Okay, now I'm connecting the drain line. It's right here, and they give you plenty of the drain line. I think it's actually more than 16 feet. I ordered the cover for this. I just don't have it yet. So right now we're just going to zip tie this stuff in place, and then I've got it hanging from some rope over here. And then when the cover comes in, that's what secures it to the wall.
Behind it if you can.
So right now I'm using zip ties to keep all this kind of snug with each other until that cover comes in. Okay, you guys can see right here is where the end of my 16 is. So if I would have had a 25, it would have fit perfect. But they didn't have the 25, so I had to order another whole 16 just to get me 6 feet. So I'm going to have 10 feet extra rolled up back here. So, oh well, that's just how it is.
Trying to clean up a little bit over here.
So here's how the set line comes pre-rolled. Okay, so I've got all the lines connected. I made the connection there. I have my leftover line rolled up. All these are cinched up pretty good. I'm going to test them here in a little bit. Bella's walking in the way. But now I've taken the caps. Oh, you can't see that. I've taken the caps off of these, and you have an Allen wrench, and you're supposed to turn them counterclockwise all the way, and that releases the gas into the line. So that's what I'm going to do now.
Kiss your boo-boo?
No, you don't need to get my boo-boo. No, you don't need to get my boo-boo. Okay, as you can see, there was nothing there, no leaks. So I'm gonna test the rest of them, and hopefully there's no leaks. Okay, but before we move on to the electrical, I'm actually gonna install these sticky rubber pads. It's a sound dampening deal, and you put them over each of your connections. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Tape is worthless.
Oh, it's not tape. Why?
They call it tape.
I know, but it's not sticky. Do you want me to get the blue tape?
Yeah. Okay, y'all. I got the electric done. Everything's tied up. I don't have the covers yet for these, so they're exposed as of right now. But I will be getting the covers in, hopefully in the next week or so. But it's running. It is loud for some reason. When I first turned it on, it was really quiet. And it's almost like it's not balanced. I don't know what caused it. It ran really quiet for like the first 30 minutes. And now it's just gotten loud. It's actually been running for about 24 hours. Well, it's been working for 24 hours. It hasn't actually ran that entire time. But it's doing good. I mean, it's keeping the house inside cool. Let's go take a look inside. Okay, so it is on. I think you can read the temperature up there maybe. Let me zoom in. 70. And these units dehumidify also, so it feels way colder in here than 70. But I don't have a unit over there in the corner, and I don't have a unit in that window anymore. And it's quiet in here. Can y'all even hear that blowing? I don't even think you can hear it. I can feel it right here. It feels really good. I wish I would have put it there, to be honest with you. Rethinking this, I probably should have put it there, but it's keeping everything cool. And then so this is the living room, and you guys know I'm still working on the house, so that's why it looks messy there, but that's not texture. The texture will look better when it's all painted, so that way I don't have to take that down to texture. It's already textured. I just haven't done all this texture over here. I have done the tape and the mud and all that. But then above that door, we'll go the other unit for the kitchen. And then there's a unit in our bedroom. I'll show you real quick. So I had to texture there too, because this room's not even taped mud or anything. So Tanya's in here talking to a friend, so let's get out of here. Hey, look, there's Braxton.
Not sponsored.
Oh, not sponsored. Dang it.
Sorry. No.
All right, so anyway, this is a blessing. It's awesome. I can't wait to get the other one in. Braxton, does it feel good in here?
It does.
Feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Feels a lot better than it has.
Definitely.
Feels better than like 82.
82, yeah, it's typically 82, even with window. We had 2 window units in here. Didn't do nothing. All right, so the next project is definitely going to be texturing and paint and trim and getting this living room looking like a living room. Okay, guys, that's going to be a wrap on another video. I'm not a professional YouTuber yet, so if you go watch MrCool videos, all these people do MrCool videos, their videos are going to be way better than my install video. But I did want to document that you know, this is just one of the things I'm doing in my process of building my house. I did it on my, I did it by myself for our family, for our house, and turned out really well. It is DIY and it is easy to do. Some of the instructions were a little off, but Nothing bad. Nothing you can't handle on your own. You can figure it out. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to go down and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. And hit the like button if you would. We'd really appreciate that. And leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. All right, we'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.